Can somebody sell some futures for me? Is there anyone here to sell futures? Won't you? If someone pops in while I'm doing this, will they tell them to sell two for me? Okay. Morning, everyone. Let's get going here. Sorry. All right. U.S. markets, huge pop yesterday, kind of after a really heavy day of trading on U.S. Local and European indexes. We really just kind of grinded up with that 1775 level and made a nice pop through it kind of at the end of the second half of the day to take us to new closing highs in the S&P once again, starting to be a familiar phrase. The consumer discretionary stocks really led the charge, with Macy's reporting much better than expected earnings. You can see there every sector was in the green outside of the telecom, so they're risk on, baby, dumping some of the defensives, and that's it. Asia, we saw a nice push higher on the back of that. We did also see a pop up there kind of toward the end of the day. Some of Janet Yellen's prepared remarks for the Senate confirmation hearing that's going to be released today, that they released yesterday, and got the dollar weakening and the gold price moving to the upside a little bit. There wasn't anything really very dovish in there, not more than you would expect. I think it was more of the fact that they were thinking that she may start to tip her hand toward the hawks at the open, because a lot of people are speculating that they may taper as early as next month. So it was quite interesting how the markets took that. We had Japan that had some positive data on the day, and beating on the GDP expectations for the third quarter. And then we had Tencent that had a nice night overnight after earnings yesterday. All right, we had mass mortality trading update this morning, 46 weeks. Total sales up 8.3% to 59.7 billion. Not sure what the expectation was. Lovo was out this morning with first half earnings. You can see there the earnings expectations for the year are closer to what they came out with. The first half they crushed it, but they basically came out and guided that they're not really expecting any income in the second half, really, or any earnings in the second half. I think due to the yields being crushed, up Africa. You can see the revenue number was broadly in line, but I'm not really sure how the market's going to take this, strictly because the number is obviously good in terms of the half-year number, but full-year numbers, the way they guided, I think is going to be more or less in line. So we'll have to see how that plays out. Divi per share actually came in a touch light, 4 cents less than expected at 37 cents. And they said that they have strong performance driven by a weaker ZAR, and like I said, the trading statement that came out straight away afterward, saying that they're not going to make any money from here to the full year. So watch that one as we open. All right, lots of data out. We had the third quarter GDP numbers, like we just said, and Japan slightly better than expected. Industrial production was a small miss there. We've got third quarter GDP numbers out of France and Germany. Germany's at the open at 9. I think that one will be important. It's expected at 1, so watch out for that. We got CPI numbers out of France. We got third quarter GDP out of Italy at 11. Retail sales out the UK at 11:30. And third quarter GDP numbers for the entire Eurozone, another one to watch, they're at 12. And then initial jobless claims later in the States at 3:30. I think that what is going to be big tonight is going to be the Yellen testifying to the Senate Banking Committee. So that's only going to happen after hours for us, but I think it's a very big. It's going to be a very big event for markets. See how if she comes in with a bang. All right. First one I want to go over here on the maps is the S&P 500. Actually, to jump into a 30-day here, you can see we've done a little consolidation here over the last little while, which is kind of just what we do on the S&P. It just goes and consolidates and goes some more. So you can see here we've really been in this little sideways consolidation now for going all the way back 3 weeks, it looks like, which is quite impressive. We broke out to the upside last night above that 1774, 1775 level we talked about, and really looks like no reason why we can't make a quick move to 1800, which is less than 1% from here, so or exactly 1% from here, basically, on the index. So let's have a look and see what we can do. But I think without doubt, it looks like we can make that move up to 1800 in the next few days. I think people probably are getting a little bit short markets now as well on the back of expected tapering. So this really could be an interesting move into year end. Could catch some people on the wrong side of the markets. All right, let's look at Barclays Group Africa, which has just been getting pummeled lately. We haven't had a green bar out of this thing in friggin' 2.5 weeks. I think everybody and their brother on board for this 7 Rand divvy that's coming on Friday, last day to trade on Friday. You can see there we did manage to hold 145, which is the lows in October when we pulled back and we made such a hard bounce off of. We'll see how that plays out today. Obviously, we're expecting a lot of things to open higher this morning, but I think at 145, might not be a bad level to nibble if we get another chance before Friday. Right, Billiton's made a nice little hold on support here at the 310 level that where we broke out from. I mean, this is actually so classic. It was just so difficult to buy yesterday because the markets were so heavy. You really just kind of expecting that anything can happen from there. Dow could have still taken 200 last night. Instead, we ended up 80 points on the Dow, 14 points on the S&P. So obviously, we're going to get a big push up. But 310, nice hold. I think this morning we'll be speaking more about support plays than anything at the moment because the way the market's kind of trading. SA Breweries, 520, also same sort of thing. Nice little support level, exactly where we broke out from, very similar to the Billiton chart. We obviously closed at around 23.69 yesterday, but if we get a little play down here, it might not be a bad nibble if you really looking to put some longs on. Remgro as well. Remgro kind of coming down to test very close to support there. We're more or less right at it. I would say call it 192 the level. We closed at 192. So somewhere in there. I mean, you can get as low as 191.5, but definitely some support in Remgro and a nice pullback that we've had. First real pullback in the stock in quite some time, and maybe an opportunity there if we can get it close to that on the open. Also Sunlum finally showed a little weakness yesterday where we broke out here at about, call it $50. You can see, we a little consolidation here under 50, and then a rip through was also where the previous highs were. So I would peg 50 as the level, if anything. I mean, maybe with a stop down here below 49. But Sunlum definitely could potentially be one to have a nibble on if we can get it down around $50 over the next few sessions. And that's it for today, guys. Be careful out there and happy trading.